news organizations challenge BBC ransom payment demand that could restrict access to footage from within Westminster Abbey and see Americans get better coverage of the coronation than Brits do. The BBC has been accused of holding UK publishers to ransom over television footage of the coronation of King Charles this weekend. The six-figure sum payment demand for coronation footage could lead to Americans getting better access to coverage of the ceremony than those who pay the license fee. In the UK, it is being claimed UK news organisations have been told they will have to pay to use coronation coverage from the BBC, ITN, and Sky on their websites, despite foreign media getting the live feed at no extra cost to their existing deals with press agencies. As the BBC is the only broadcaster filming inside Westminster Abbey, this could seriously restrict access to the footage of the historic ceremony itself. Live coverage of the late Queen's funeral was shared with news websites free of charge, because the event was deemed to be of historical importance, and the same arrangement had been expected for the coronation. But the broadcasters, who are pooling their footage of the coronation procession and the service, want publishers to pay a six-figure sum between them to access their images. Buckingham Palace has already said it has no objection to the footage being shared with UK news outlets free of charge. The News Media Association, NMA, which represents news publishers, has been negotiating with the BBC for weeks, arguing that the coronation, as a major historical event, should be treated in the same way as the late Queen's funeral. The Daily Telegraph, whose website is one of those affected by the payment demand, says the monopoly on coverage of the service means the BBC is effectively holding UK publishers to ransom. Talks between the NMA and the broadcasters yesterday, Thursday, May 4th, broke up without agreement. A final meeting between them is scheduled. Dawn Alford, executive director of the Society of Editors, said, "Given the significant public interest and the precedent set by the Queen's funeral last year, we are deeply concerned that while foreign publishers will be free to use live broadcast footage of the event, UK audiences look set to miss out unless publishers meet broadcasters' financial demands. Given that the BBC is funded by the license payer, it is wrong that UK news audiences will be the ones set to lose out on free access via their chosen platform. We urge the broadcasters to reconsider," the BBC said. The UK broadcasters who are covering this complex and historic event have asked for a fair and reasonable financial contribution from any third parties wishing to access the live coverage for their own use.